Blessed be the name of the Lord, who is worthy to be praised and adored. So we lift our holy hands in one accord, singing, blessed be. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Who is worthy to be praised and adored. So blessed be your name. Blessed be the name. Hallelujah. Blessed be the name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And so we lift our holy hands in one accord, singing, blessed be your name. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So we lift our holy hands in one accord, singing, blessed be your name. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Begin to pray that today is your day. Today is your day. Begin to pray. Today is your day. Today is your day. Today is your day. You're not going to leave here the same way you came. Whatever infirmities in your body, in your soul, in your minds, that they are gone today. Today is your day. In the name of Jesus, you are completely whole today. You are completely free today. You are ready. You are alert. His finances your problem. You are completely whole today. In the name of Jesus. Is a child your own, you are completely whole today, you are completely healed today. Anything that brings lasting joy, lasting euphoria, that you have it today. Today is the last day. Today is the day. Today is your day. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name we have prayed. You may be seated. God bless you. Hallelujah. I'm happy to see everybody. Welcome to church this morning. Welcome to church. Hallelujah. There was a certain pool. This pool, an angel of the Lord always come into the pool. And then when the angel of the Lord comes into the pool, whoever gets into the pool first will get healed. And the rest of them will be looking. All right? Let's look at it. It's in John chapter 5. We're going to take from 1 to 9. It says, after this, there was a feast of the Jews. And Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. I want you to take note of that. They were waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. So the first thing was that an angel comes in. Because the angel came in, the water will have some kind of movement, and then to let the people know that it's time, right? And then whoever enters first is healed of anything at all. That means God is capable of healing any problem, right? I want us to agree first. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what it is. God is able to heal anything, right? In these lay great multitudes of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. Whatever disease. Now, in the course of our prayer, I talked about your problem might be finances. So today is not just for sickness. It's whatever will make you feel fulfilled and complete in life. That's why we call it the day of Euphoria. Another word for Euphoria is joy. Whatever will make you have a lasting joy, whatever will make you fulfilled in life. It could be finances, it could be family, it could be anything. And it could be health too. God is able to do anything for you. Everything for you. After the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. So it doesn't matter what you came with today. It doesn't matter what you're facing in life. A simple word can cause a change in that situation. A simple word. God can do anything. Now, a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. I want you to take note of these things. This man had an infirmity for 38 years. So that means it doesn't matter how long your problem has been. Some of you might have this problem from birth. It doesn't matter. This man had his for 38 years. Now, a certain man was there who had an infirmity for 38 years. You know, many times when we have a problem, a challenge, and this challenge has been with us for a year, 2 years, we just become resolute, right? Well, this is just how it is. I'm just going to live like that. How many people understand what I'm saying? Become resolute. No, it doesn't have to be that way. The day you wake up is your morning. The day you wake up is your morning. So I want today to be your morning. Today to be your morning. Wake up. It doesn't have to be like that. Whatever the problem is, whatever you're going through, it doesn't have to be like that. That's not how God created it to be like. Tell anybody, say, wake up. It doesn't have to be like that. Now, the same man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" So if you look at another one, the question to you, for those of you, everybody have a prayer point, whether you wrote it down or not. The question is, do you want a change? Do you want a change? It's up to you. God's power is available. And honestly, there's nothing God hasn't done for you. He has done everything for you. But see, Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time. He said to him, do you want to be made well? It's up to him. It's up to you. Do you want to be made well? Do you want to change? Do you want a better life? It's up to you. You have to make the decision first. The sick man answered him, Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool. I have no man to put me into the pool. They asked him, 1 plus 1 is what? He said, I don't think it's 3. When the water is stirred up, but while I am coming, another steps down before me. Jesus said to him, Rise, take up your bed and walk. So let me explain something within those 2 verses. This month we're dealing on purity. Fortunately, this is like one of the scriptures we're going to use down the line, so everything kind of rhymes. When there is holiness, healing is inevitable. Healing is unavoidable when there is holiness. And what makes anybody holy? Who remembers that? What makes us holy? Thank you. The presence of God. So, look at it this way. When the angel came down and stirred the water, what happened? That water became holy because the angel of the Lord was there, or an angel was there. So what happens? The first person that jumps in becomes healed, because when God is there, there's healing. So Jesus came to this man that could not put himself quickly than others. How come that man was able to get healed after Jesus told him, get up and take up your bed and walk? Because the very holiness was right there with him. Have you seen that? So back in the days, or during that time, an angel had to come and stir the water to cause it to be holy for somebody to get healed. But Jesus brought a new dimension. One person don't have to be healed per service. Everybody can get healed because Jesus is here. You understand what I'm going to, right? So when we start praying for you, don't be looking at your neighbor. You get your own. Remember, do you want to be healed? You have to want to be healed. And if you want to be healed and you believe that today is your day, then healing comes. Why? Jesus is here. It's not for one person today, it's for everybody. Everybody can get healed today. And when I mean healed, it can be anything. Anything that will cause you to be fulfilled in this life. You can get it today. Today is your day. Jesus said to him, Rise, take up your bed and walk. And immediately, the man was made well, took up his bed and what? And walked. And that day was the Sabbath. This also, I have to explain this. It doesn't matter what day it is. Remember, the guys that were always doing the Sabbath day back in the days, some people still do today. You're not expected to get healed on Sabbath day. You were not expected to. Everybody's supposed to be resting. So that was the wrongest day for anyone to get healed. But Jesus healed the man on Sabbath day. As a matter of fact, do you know that Jesus did not say, be healed? What happened? Holiness was present. The very holiness himself was present. So he said, you know what? Look at this. Jesus did not say, be healed. Is that what we read in the Bible? Holiness was present. Healing was. They said, take up your bed. So whose responsibility was it? The man's. Jesus is here. Holiness is here. The presence of the Lord is here. Are you ready to be healed? Are you ready to take up your bed and walk? Are you still with me? Are you ready to take up your bed and walk? Hallelujah. We're going to pray. We're going to pray. But before we get into the prayer, so this month we're looking at purity. And we know that the only thing that makes a man pure or holy is the presence of God. Nobody can achieve holiness by themselves. What makes a man holy or pure is God in you. When God is in you, that made you what? Holy. And then we said as we go along, we would talk about the works of holiness. But just becoming, we'll look into that. So now that Jesus is here, and also we talked about your consciousness, but I'm not going to go deep into that until Thursday. When you give your life to Christ, now that you're born again, there's a consciousness you're introduced to. There's a consciousness. This consciousness, you need to have it now. Once you have this consciousness, healing is very possible. There's a consciousness. Let me give you a quick example. There's a documentary I watched. Please follow me. There's a documentary I watched where, was it lions? Some wild animals saw a goat or lamb as their mom. How many people saw something like that? You did. Thank you. So you see, I didn't make it up. But why? Why did they see the lamb as their mom? Because they saw the lamb as their mom, and they are not eating the lamb. Normally, what will happen? They would eat the lamb because they are wild animals, correct? That's food for them. But what happened? Their consciousness was changed. They might see another lamb and go for that lamb, but this particular lamb they can't touch. Why? Because they are living in another consciousness. Are you still here? You get what I'm saying? Okay. When God created heaven and earth, when man was perfect, without spot or wrinkle, when God was going to introduce them to a particular consciousness, right? At that moment, the animals, the lions, the tigers, they still had the consciousness of God that we're talking about. And so that was why Adam was in the garden. The lions were there, the tigers were there, but nothing was killing anybody. Are you following me now? But what happened? Once they fell, what happened? Another consciousness was introduced. And that's why even your neighbor's dog, you don't want to see your neighbor's dog. Or rather, you cannot be locked in the room with your neighbor's dog or in a compound with your neighbor's dog. Why? Because even the dog will not be smiling at you. Why? Because another consciousness has been introduced. So, when Adam and Eve ate the apple, sinned against God, the fruit, we don't even know if it's apple, but the fruit of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil, they were introduced to another consciousness. Do you know, for your healing, to get answers from God, your consciousness has to change to a God consciousness. There's a consciousness for healing. There's a consciousness. The reason why people are sick and beggarly and suffering and whatever is a consciousness. If you change, if you let God record your consciousness. Now, recording your consciousness takes time. It's not something that happens in a day, right? But if you let God record your consciousness, those things will be a thing of the past. Sickness, poverty, problems, they'll be a thing of the past. Praise the Lord. So this is what I want you to do for me today while we go into prayer. Is I want you to be resolute in your mind, in your heart, that today is your day. Be resolute in your mind, in your heart. Nobody's going to jump up and down here. We're going to make simple prayers. But the question will be, are you ready? Is today your day? Are you ready to be healed? It's up to you. It'll be up to you. If you are ready, Jesus is here. Holiness is here. Hallelujah. You can just help me, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Holiness is here. We're going to pray. We're going to rise up to our feet first. And we're going to pray. Sing some wonderful melodies to the Lord. Pray for ourselves. And get whatever it is that we want from God today. Today is your day. Why don't you lift up your voice and just begin to glorify Him?